Okay, here we are in beautiful Vancouver Island in a place called Cordova Bay, and we're driveway surfing. We've been here for a while, and I've just discovered a problem with our little RV that has to be addressed relatively quickly. We have an awning on this. This motorhome looks like it's in pretty good shape, but it's pretty old. This is a 2007. Look at this awning. Ooh, that doesn't look good. So I've investigated this, and what happened is when they installed the awning, they took some lag bolts and screwed it right into the 3/4 inch flooring of the RV. And they did it in both spots. They did it here, and they did it way over here. This one is hanging in pretty good. Nonetheless, it still should done a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece apart right down here, and I'm going to take these lag bolts out of here, and this wood screw just holds this trim on, and I'm going to take this whole setup here and I'm going to move it up over here. As you can see, these are adjustable, so I can push this up higher and put it in there. If I put instead of lag bolts, I use nuts and bolts and a steel plate on the other side, I can sandwich this together, and bippity boom, I'm done. Hopefully this is going to work. I'll show you the end result. Well, maybe, if it works. Okay, I was checking into this and I noticed that it wasn't latched properly way up at the top there, so as soon as I played with this and latched it on the top, this just pulled right out by hand. It didn't even have to put a socket or a wrench or anything on it. So it's a good thing we're fixing this now before we go 6 hours up island. Trials and tribulations of glamping. Here we go. I've got it kind of repaired now. This is what it looks like from the outside. That's where it used to be down there, and this is where it is now. And I'll show you the inside here. What I did here is I put a couple of steel plates in there with nuts and bolts on them. That's just temporary till we get back home, and I'll do it properly, but it'll work till we get back. All right, there we go. Hi guys, I'm back. This isn't what you're usually used to seeing with me, but we gotta show you this. I'm in beautiful British Columbia on Vancouver Island, about a 6-hour drive north of Victoria. A little place called Port McNeill. Very small town, only has about 2,600 people in it. And I was fortunate enough to know somebody out here that's let me driveway surf on his property. So right now all you can see is me and the motorhome, but give me a second, I'm going to show you a $1 million view. Now look at that. What we have here is the ocean, and then there's an island, and then on the other side of the island you can see the mountains of the mainland. It's gorgeous. I'm going to give you a little walk around tour here. Don't mind the camera shaking, but here we go. We're going down the hill. This is one of the houses on the property. This is kind of a guest house. And then down the hill here, we keep going downhill, and here we have what they use as an Airbnb. And it is just incredible. I'm gonna go there too. Don't mind me, I'm goofing with the camera here, the tripod. There we go. Okay, we're up and running. Now we got to walk down the hill a little ways. It's not that bad. We had a major snowstorm here the other day, which apparently is quite unusual around here. A little bit of a hike down the hill, but it only takes about 30-45 seconds or whatever. When we first got here 4 or 5 days ago, there was no snow here at all, none whatsoever. And on Saturday night, it just dumped. And my hosts here, Gord and Muriel, often tell us that this very rarely ever happens around here. But on occasion it does. So, it is what it is. But this is just absolutely gorgeous. Generally not much on doing a bunch of pictures of scenery and that kind of stuff, because you know, you can look at all that stuff in National Geographic and stuff, but for me to be able to come out here and see this and be able to driveway surf on a property like this is just absolutely amazing. You know, I have to give my hats off to Gord and Muriel for letting us surf on their driveway. Here we go. Let's go into the, this is the Airbnb that he has. And he keeps it pretty busy. Very reasonable on his pricing. I can't tell you exactly what the pricing structure is or anything, but here you go. Let's look inside here. Mind the camera while I take the shoes off here. Okay, so this is probably close to 1,000 square feet in here, and here's the kitchen. And there's that $1 million view again. This is a cozy little place. There's the kitchen, kind of a little bit of a living room. Oh, there's a free ad for optic TV. I don't know if that's going to fly. Anyway, over here there's a couple of bunk beds. And over here there's a very well equipped shower. Way better than a lot of the hotel rooms I've been in. And here's the master bedroom. Or, let's not say master bedroom, but the main bedroom. And there's a really good shot of the kitchen. It's fully equipped. It's got a washer, a dryer, a fridge and a stove. Nice stacking washer and dryer, and a little bit of a porch to sit in and watch the ships go by. And I've seen the ferry go up and down here probably 8 or 10 times now. There's a fishing boat out there right now, but there's lots of boats that go by here all day long. So anyway, that's a quick short review of the part of the property. Now look at this. Gord has built his own little lighthouse out here. He actually built it himself, and what it is, it covers the wellhead for the water pump. So I thought that was quite ingenious of him, and it looks like $1 million. So I'm going to walk back up the hill again. This kind of reminds me of Alberta again, with all the snow and the ice and all that kind of stuff, but I'm glad I'm out here rather than in Alberta. There we go. There's a nice view of the rest of the property. There's 3 buildings on this property. Gord and Muriel live on the farthest one. The one in the middle is the guest house, and one of their sons actually lived there, and then there's another tenant downstairs. And this here is the back side of the Airbnb. The Airbnb actually has the best view, because it's right on the front by the road, and there's a couple of houses in front there, but pretty much an unobstructed view. If you ever get a chance to go to the island and you want to do the Airbnb thing, consider going out to Port McNeill. I'll put a link in the video here for Gord and Muriel. And yeah, I highly recommend it. I don't usually recommend much of anything, but I'd recommend this for sure. So here's a good shot of the back of the Airbnb. And yeah, it's pretty comfy and cozy. Wow, look at this. We got a ferry, and a tugboat, and a barge passing by all at the same time. Well, if it's a drag race, the ferry looks like it's going to win. Apparently that's one of their newer ferries. It's electric thrusters to get the electricity from a diesel engine. So I guess you'd call it a diesel electric, just like a train. It's pretty neat though. Here we are in Port McNeill. This is the happening place in town, the Gatehouse Theatre. A good friend of mine, Gord is the president of this, I do believe, and he put on all kinds of live music and that kind of stuff, and been here for a few days, so I've been coming by and helping him with stuff. We had he had a concert here on Saturday night with a band from Victoria, and I helped him come in and take some seats out so there was a dance floor. We're back here today. Now we got to put the seats back in. So once I get in there, I'll show you a little bit of the inside. I wasn't able to record any of the actual concert. Unfortunately, too much copyrighted music and that kind of stuff. I just didn't want to push the bear or poke the bear, so to speak. But I'll show you a little bit on the inside and what these guys have done to get their little community little artsy, so to speak. There's only 2,600 people, I think, that live in this town, Port McNeill. But let's go inside and I'll show you some more. So here we are, we're walking inside. This used to be the old movie theater. Here we go, they've done a whole bunch of renovations in here. It was abandoned for many, many years. And look what we have here. Here is one of the original film projectors. It appears to be in pretty good shape, but they've done some research on it, and I guess there's thousands of these all over North America, and they're basically just worth scrap metal. It is kind of a neat thing to walk in and look at. And here we have the Wall of Honor. These are all the names of all the people that have contributed and helped to bring this theater back to life. And here's the actual theater. As you can see, there's a crew there putting the seats back in. We took those seats out so we could have a dance floor. And now we have to put them back in. Oh.